A little over 2 years ago, we bought an ATV here in Ziwa, and then just maybe a month ago, we bought an old car. So I thought today I'd go over the process of buying a car or a vehicle in Mexico and some of the things that you have to do and the fees for licensing and insurance and stuff like that. So I'll explain that process right now. So that was 6 months ago, and finally getting around to talking about the purchase process and insurance and accidents and some of the other things that goes into owning vehicles here in Mexico. The ATV right over here, we purchased at Sam's Club, and it was pretty much the same as buying a toaster oven or a TV. You just go in and you buy it and you leave. To get it licensed, we went to the Secretaría de Finanzas y Administración, and you go in there. You have to give them some sort of document that has your address on it. You need to give them your ID and then proof of ownership, which was our receipt for the receipt that we got from Sam's Club. So once you do that, the cost was 500 pesos, and they give you the license plate and a document. I guess your what is it that you get when you buy a vehicle? You know, just some sort of proof that it's registered. I guess registration. That's probably what it's called, right? So anyway, so that was the ATV, and then every year after that, we paid 169 pesos to get it renewed. And like a lot of places here, it's an office, and you walk in, you pay, and they are totally fine with taking a tip. Recommendation from my friend was to do that, so we usually offer 10 or 15 pesos for the person to buy a soda or something. With the car, we bought that through an individual. It was somebody I found on the Facebook Marketplace. We had a mutual friend. Fortunately, the guy who was selling it spoke a little bit of English, and my friend didn't, but he went there and kind of held my hand through the process. Gave the guy a little bit of pressure to make sure that the car was in good working order, and gave me the confidence to buy, knowing that I wasn't getting a total lemon. So after we purchased it from him, there's just a one-sheeter that you sign. That kind of is the transfer of ownership. You pay, or we did we paid them through our bank. We just did a transfer through the bank, and that was pretty much it. Same thing. We had to go to the finanzas to transfer. They had a family member that worked there. It was supposed to be 552 pesos, and he just did it for free. And I don't know what it'll cost to renew, but probably the same 170 pesos or so. On the ATV, we've had to do some semi-regular checkups on it, and that's usually a couple hundred pesos every few months. We've needed to replace tires on both vehicles, and the tires were 1,600 pesos for both. We bought Cooper for the car, and those are on the low end. The tires can go up to about 2,100 pesos. Let's see here, dealing with the police, we've been pulled over one time on the ATV. It was a 1,200 peso ticket. He wanted me to pay him right there. I did not have 1,200 pesos, and it gave me another story, but ultimately we were able to negotiate down to 350 pesos, and we just paid him the fine on the spot, and who knows what happened to that money afterwards. But when it comes to insurance, there's only one insurer here that I know of, and that's Qualitas. We pay about 5,500 pesos for each vehicle. The ATV is actually more expensive on an annual basis, and the way that it works is that your deductible is based on the value of the vehicle. So the car is valued at 87,000 pesos. The ATV is valued at 31,000 pesos. On the ATV, we Our deductible is 10% of the value on damage and 20% if it's stolen. On the car, it's 5% of the value on damage and 10% if it's stolen. So the more expensive the vehicle, the higher your deductible is. We know someone who had a nice pickup truck and it was stolen, and it ended up costing her about $3,000 to recover it, or it was recovered, and that was the cost for her to get the truck back after you factor in the storage fees and the cost of repairs. So again, if you buy a nice 500,000 peso vehicle, your deductible is going to start at probably 25,000 pesos, which is around 1,300 US for an accident. If you do get in an accident, or for us, if we ran into a tree, our deductible is 4,350 pesos. I think that's about $220. But an accident with another vehicle or a bicycle or a person, first of all, you do not want that to happen under any circumstances, obviously. The way it works is you have to call the insurance company. There is a number that for English-speaking agents. You'll have to wait for someone to come out before you can move the vehicle. I believe either a police officer or somebody from the insurance agency can authorize that, and then they'll assess whose fault it is. But you really do not want that to happen. So don't get in a car accident if you have a car down here. Let's see here. I think that's about it. If I missed something, which I'm sure I did, please let me know. I think I may be the only person in Mexico that drives a 2013 Duster and has a Tennessee sticker in the window. All right, hope that helps anyone looking to buy a vehicle here in Mexico, and thanks for watching. All right, take care.